we have arrived in Geneva. Let's pray that that bag has arrived, and then we can get going.
All looks okay, that's the top.
If that's all that's happened, we can handle it. So Neil, we haven't explained why on earth we're in Geneva yet. It's all been a big blur, hasn't it?
It has been a big blur that started very early this morning.
4 AM.
4 AM.
We always do it this way. Why do we do it to ourselves?
Time efficient, time efficient.
Time
The
efficient.
dead parts of the day. So we are going on a 5-day trek in the Vaud Alpes Vaudoises. So we're at Geneva Airport. We're going to take a train to Aigle, and the route starts in Aigle. So we get off the train, get some food, and go start trekking, start hiking.
So here we are, back in Aigle. The start of the Tour des Alpes Vaudoises.
Slightly different weather to the last time we were here.
Yeah. Spent a lot of time in this train station the last year for skiing. But this time, look at it, height of summer. 129 kilometers over the next 5 days for the Tour des Alpes Vaudoises. I'm pretty excited. And quite a bit different to the last time we were hiking in Scotland. We will not be taking any of these connecting trains because our hike begins right from here. Alcohol à brûler. That's what we're after. Negative. That's the one. Alcohol à brûler.
No, it's not to drink.
So that was the key thing we needed.
Yep.
And now we can go shopping.
Sweet.
Here we go.
Dan's bought a massive bottle of alcohol, but we only need a small amount.
Ah, it's a squirty thing. That's kind of worse. So we're just getting to the outskirts of Aigle now, and I don't think navigation is going to be much of a problem on this route because the signage of these yellow signs is great, and if you can just see towards the right, there's a number 46. The Tour des Alpes Vaudoises is the route 46. So we're heading up this way. Nice.
Okay, but where are we going to?
Oh, it's a vineyard, isn't it? That's why.
Oh wow.
Cool. First of many, I think.
Yeah.
Neil has come a lot lighter this time. What are you weighing in this time? About 8 kilos?
Just under.
Yeah.
Last time I think I had 14.
You'll notice that. So in the distance there's the Aigle castle. Never had a look around it, but it looks fun. And that's the other way. We could get up to Leysin cheating. But it's a great ride though. Straight in on the steep stuff.
I think this is the steepest day.
It's the most kind of abrupt steep, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the ups and downs spread over more distance.
If you did have a particular aversion to steep, you could always get that little train to Leysin. i.e. cheating.
I'm a big believer in.
That's a well placed bench.
Yeah, top of the hill. Up the steep of the hill.
So about 2.5 kilometers in, we seem to be entering a shaded forest section, which is much needed. I don't know how long it will go on for, but amongst those vineyards, it's just baking heat.
Long gone.
Halfway up to Leysin and we found a bunker. I expect to see quite a few more of these around Switzerland in the Alps. This particular one says it's for storing oxygen, or it's got oxygen in it.
Some people like the tradition of a beautiful waterfall and then a bunker. Just next to it.
First sound of cowbells. That is the first recognisable view in the distance. Behind the clouds is the peak of Mont Blanc. And we are just plugging away up towards Leysin. It's been a steep climb, but plenty of shade in the last hour, so it's made it much more manageable. The temperatures are starting to cool a bit now. Tantalisingly close in the distance. You can still hear a train line. That's Switzerland for you, hey? And another. So looks like an interesting little place. I wonder if you can stay there. Or maybe it's just a children's sign. Onwards. Hidden behind the overgrowth here, there's the marking we're after. So we take a turn off up here. And as we break out of the trees onto this road, there is our first glimpse of Leysin. How are you finding it, Neil?
Good, lovely. It's beautiful from the very start. The sun has calmed because it's not the beginning of the afternoon now, and yeah, it's just glorious. Enjoying it more than I was Cape Wrath at this point.
Hopefully we've got a bit of refreshment in Leysin, and then we'll carry on into the evening and get ourselves up to a high camp spot. That is the plan, isn't it?
Indeed.
We're in the middle of Leysin now, and we've been to Co-op to get a couple of treats, and we're just going to have a few snacks here and then plan the next stage, which is to just get up high out of Leysin and find somewhere to camp. In the middle of Leysin, and there's an excellent place to fill up water from one of these fountains that you see everywhere. It's about 5:30 in the evening, and we're going to climb out of Leysin and just see how far we can go. Find somewhere to pitch up, hopefully. I think it's fairly steep coming out, so it might be a while before we see anything. But it'd be nice to camp quite high up, and it's not going to get dark for a long time. So we just climbed up from the town, and I think this is one of the ski stations for Leysin that we're just going through. We've got some timings here to see how realistic it is of where we can get to. So Pierre du Moëllé, Pierre du Moëllé. 2 hours 20.
Yeah, that's doable.
Seems okay.
Not cool enough, really.
So here's our turn off to head up to the next stage. So we reached this little junction and we're turning off to start climbing. And it's bye bye to Leysin down there. That looks like the Leysin ski area to my right here. Probably the beginner's magic carpet. And we're back with the sound of cowbells. Oh, look at that.
Enjoying it. Glorious at the moment. Perfect temperature. Cows going for it mentally behind.
What would you do if it came to it, Neil?
I'd got it and then die.
You think that would take one out?
No, but it would definitely take me out quickly. Then I would not need to know anymore.
Switzerland does not disappoint. Look at that. So here's where we've got to. We're climbing up through the upper ski resort of Leysin and heading up there, basically, to the Col de Pierre du Moëllé. Moëllé. I hadn't spotted that accent to begin with.
No, nor did I.
No. Sound of music country, lots of wildflowers.
Beautiful wildflowers, isn't it? As you'd expect.
So we have just noticed in the distance over there, Chalet-la-Combe, which is what we're aiming for. It's a refuge. But first of all, we have got to tackle all of this, which is the Tour de Famillon, and behind it Pierre du Moëllé, and then we will loop back round to there. It's a lot to cover this evening. We're up to 10 to 8, but we're going to give it a go. It's quite hard work coming up here. We're going to skirt under the tower there. So we've reached the Tour du Famillon and we're going to use this as a short break stop, but time's getting on. It's just after 8 o'clock now, so we do need to keep bashing on.
make sure it's closed. Won't be able to stop the deer otherwise.
It's just turned 10 p.m. and we are set up and about to get a good night's sleep. We've stopped just short of Pierre du Moëllé because we found a reasonable camp spot in what was otherwise pretty bleak. So we took it. Right, we'll see you in the morning. Good night.